And this morning marks 1 year since the first Russian tanks rolled into Ukraine. The first missiles were fired, and the first Ukrainian families crossed the border to escape the fighting.
And that rush has created a humanitarian crisis that continues today. Jay Gray was there a year ago and is back along the Poland-Ukraine border this morning with the latest on the situation there. Jay, good morning.
Dave, Maureen, good morning to you. We're at the Medyka border crossing, by far the busiest between Ukraine and Poland since the start of the war. More than 1 million refugees have come through these gates, and many now a year later still unsure of where their journey might end. It's cold, dark, and places dirty. But for nearly 1,000 Ukrainian refugees, the cots scattered across this empty shopping mall are home. Everything they own in a suitcase or just a few boxes, hundreds living here for the better part of a year.
We are ready to help them as long as it would be necessary.
Since the Russian invasion, 120,000 have passed through this shelter alone. And dozens continue to show up every day. Almost 10 million Ukrainians have crossed the Polish border since the war began, with tens of thousands continuing to make that trip. There's evidence of that influx most everywhere you look in Warsaw. Right now, around 150,000 Ukrainians are in the capital city. That number does fluctuate and has been as high as 300,000 in the last year.
In times of crisis, people can actually come together.
Warsaw's mayor is proud of his city's response.
We have granted Ukrainians citizen-like rights. They've got rights to free education, free healthcare, free social services. We've enrolled more than 17,000 kids to our schools.
But he acknowledges it has put a strain on his budget, city, and social services, and understands that, like the war, the humanitarian effort will likely continue and intensify.
It's not going to end today or tomorrow.
Back at the shelter,
it is very hard.
Anastasia is grateful for a place to stay, but dreams about the day she can leave.
I really want to go back. Only when I got here, I realized how much what I had. Home was dear to me. We weren't rich, but it was home.
Now she wonders, will her home still be there when it's finally safe enough to return? Yeah, and look, the border right now is a revolving door of sorts. You've got families coming in from Ukraine looking for shelter, for safety, but then you've got those going back, many of them with much needed supplies, some going to join the fighting on the front line. Maureen?
And Jay, what do those on the ground in the region think will happen in the next several months along the border?
I think the overwhelming consensus by so many here is that the numbers are going to go up of those fleeing the fighting. There are indications that that fighting is going to intensify over the next several months, and that's going to push people out of Ukraine and into Poland and other areas. Also remember, there are more than 5 million people in Poland right now that are displaced, don't have anywhere to live, no home. They've got to go somewhere as well.
Right. Oh, my goodness. It's hard to imagine. Jay Gray, thank you for that look.